Jesus Christ, they were cracking jokes and everything, just like the old one. Um, the first part was right away there was tension between Artemis and Parsifal. And in my thinking, what Ernie Klein should have done was to make the book about the rift between those two and how Wade could use the technology to go back in a time to figure out like how Artemis really thought about him and how that would completely fuck him up, like destroy what he thought he had with her, and find out that she was just really cunning and she didn't care about him and the hunt was the only thing that matters. And I thought it would have been cool if he would have done the story from the perspective of Wade as the antagonist instead of the protagonist, and Artemis as the good guy, the protagonist. Because throughout the book, I mean, fucking Wade is creepy. In both books, he's total creep. Like, he's almost like stalker level creepy. Um, and there's examples in this one too where he's a creep. Where he goes and he looks at what people say about him on the ONI. His only he can. He has the gift from winning the first hunt was that he was like the all-knowing eye. They could go anywhere, do anything, listen to anybody. And I thought, I mean, that was when I first when that first thought when I first thought that might be what the book was about. I was like, I was stoked. I was like, this is going to be just as good as Ready Player One. But then he didn't do it. And Artemis, who had so much, you know, animosity for Wade for doing what he did with the ONI, when the conflict started, when Anorak held everybody hostage in order to God, it's so stupid. He was trying to release oh, okay, I don't even want to get into it. It's just so dumb. And the other like spot, come here, that I thought would have been rad was if he would have actually went, the High Five would have went to battle against Og, because Og jumped in for a brief moment to get in on the hunt because Anorak was holding his wife's avatar, Jesus Christ, hostage. Or, geez, I think they held Og hostage. Yeah, that was it. Og was held hostage. And they never tied that up, which I thought was, I mean, I wish he would not write it just from Wade's perspective. God, move it around, you know. Let's see what Artemis is doing. Let's see what Sho's doing. Let's see what Og is doing. I mean, there were so many characters that were, you know, had potential, but I don't know. Anyways, well, one other thing that I wanted to talk about is we just had a Nashville bombing, Christmas bombing. Christmas was Friday, and it's always there's always a double standard when something happens in the U.S. versus when it happens overseas. And in this case, you know, when there's a car bombing anywhere else in the world, at the very least, it's called a car bomb. I mean, that's a given. Second is, it's going to be most likely called a terrorist attack. Almost inevitably, it'll be labeled a terrorist attack. Now, in the U.S., this goes for so many things, but so far in the big papers and in mainstream media, mainly liberal and right-wing media, it's been called an intentional explosion. No, you idiot! It was a fucking bomb that, you know, it was targeted at the AT&T. What do they call those? Where they link up with other regions. Uh, It's what the phone freaks used to exploit. It's not a call center, but it's like a hub. Um, so they call it an intentional explosion. Um, and we found out that there was actually what was it, James Quinn something. It was actually a suicide bomb. They'll never call it the suicide bomb in the U.S. It's going to be called like a vehicular involved explosion, a vehicular involved intentional explosion, and it's just I don't know. The U.S. media tries to make itself exceptional. Like if bad shit doesn't happen here, come on, man. Anyone that fucking pays attention knows how. I mean, the U.S. is evil as fuck. Has been evil for its entirety since fucking day one. Since the fucking what was it, the Jonestown? No, not Jonestown. What was that company? The British American company, when they started sending their, I don't know what the fuck they were. I'm not gonna call them fucking pilgrims or settlers or any pioneer or any shit like that. Invaders, more like. But like you get the same thing with when there's a police shooting, we don't see police shooting. It's an officer involved shooting. It's trying to lessen the severity or the damage it might do to public opinion of that institution of the police. Or especially they do the same thing with the military. It's because those are the institutions that are in place to protect power. Or the elite, that's the cops, military, courts. Those are like the intellectual. Oh no, that's not the intellectual guard is like the family and the way that you're raised politically, schools, your neighborhood, church. They just call it like an ISR and come on. I don't know. I don't read enough theory to know, even though it's interesting when I do read it. There's like the intellectual. I can't remember. All right, I'm gonna cut the rest of this. Oh, anyways, this is copper. Oh, no. That was a gift. These dogs fucking love chasing squirrels. Molly, no. Come on. Fuck, I guess it's not trash day. Come on. This fucking dog. Copper, come on. Copper, I'm taking you for a walk. You're not taking me for a walk. Come on. I want to go get that new McRib. It's not new, but I mean, it comes out like once a year. I didn't get it last time it was out. And I never get food at McDonald's. I do drink their Coke though. Man, Cokes are really good. And it's not. There is a reason why it tastes a little bit different. It's kind of like what bottled Pepsi or bottled Coke is better than plastic bottled Coke because they actually use real sugar. That is a star.